Well, good afternoon and welcome to round 21, the final round of the NPL Women's Northern New South Wales competition. And it's Adamstown Rosebuds who are looking to keep their season alive. They know that a win today can secure their spot in finals football, but they are facing This year's premiers, Maitland FC, as they make the trip to Adamstown Oval for the second time this season. Adamstown yet to score against the Magpies this season. Will that change today? Well, we've got a big game coming. I'm Harry Scobie and delighted to announce I'll be joined by Serena Carter. Serena, Maitland are premiers, but they've only made a handful of changes and they're pretty strong today. What are you expecting from them here this afternoon?
Yeah, we can see that Tali has joined the bench today, so that should be a bit of a change to such a strong backline, only conceding 10 goals so far this season. But they have O'Connor slipping into there and Elizabeth on the left, who's played there, and O'Connor's played plenty of minutes at centre back through the NPL years, so I think it should be very strong, but we will see Adamstown pushing them as they need a win today as well.
Well, that's the thing, right? Adamstown know a win to secure final football, and we will do our best this afternoon to keep updates around the ground. Obviously, 2 other games are coming this afternoon as well. But let's get to the lineups for this afternoon's clash. Let's start with the team you just mentioned there. Adamstown Rosebud. Starting in goals, number 1, Olivia Steady, number 3, Sophia Laurie, number 4, Jordan Holt, number 6, Uzi Morgan, number 9, Sarah Knoll, number 10, Lady McFader, number 11, Georgia Cook, 23, Tanya Jones, 28, Amelia Granger, 35, Mary Netzway, 39, Eleanor Hayes. And just on those 2, Tanya Jones and Mary Netzway, if Adamstown are to produce a result here this afternoon, you sense those 2 will be key for everything. But let's quickly get into the visitors. Maitland, as we said there, the one notable absence is Talia Gosler, who is on the bench. Starting in goals, number 1, Annabella Thornton. Number 2, Charlotte O'Connor. Number 3, Marion Dunbabin. Number 6, Elodie Dagg. Number 8, Sophie Renardovic. Number 10, Josie Morley. Number 11, Sophie Stableford. 14, the goal-scoring leader for Maitland, Renee Pountney. 15, Will O'Neill. 20, Elizabeth Clowes. And 23, Georgia Amos. And as you can see, both teams going through their final instructions. Let's talk about Adamstown firstly, Serena, because as I mentioned, Netzwang and Jones have been a crucial part to their success this season. How valuable are they for this Adamstown side?
Oh, they are incredibly valuable. Jones brings a lot of experience in this NPL side and NPL years that she's played here, and Enswing obviously bringing that international experience. Might have a bit of insight into how Maitland plays as well, playing there last year. So it'll be good to see how they combine today and see if either of them can get on the score sheet.
And both of them as well going to win Adamstown's Golden Boot as well. They're both tied on 12, so Jones on 12, Netzwang on 12, and Adamstown's third highest goal scorer is Ash Vedder on 3. So that's a bit of a jump between goals. We know those 2 have been crucial. Maitland, on the other hand, as I mentioned, goals not the only really notable change. It is still a very strong side that the Magpies have fielded this afternoon. We're just waiting to see which way the 2 teams will run.
And Adamstown without Vedder in the lineup today. I saw on their Wednesday night game she did have to come off around that 35th minute mark, so she's joined the bench to start with, so we'll wait and see if she does get on today. But yeah, it is going to be up to Enswing and Jones, their leading 2 goal scorers, to try and get a result.
It's going to be so crucial to see how those 2 combine up against this Magpies defence, as looks like Renee Pountney and Elodie Dagg will stand over the ball to get us underway. Remember, all games 3 o'clock kick off this afternoon for the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Winners Northern New South Wales, and as always you can catch them live and free on the Northern and New South Wales Football YouTube channel. As we're underway, Maitland running to the right of your screen, Adamstown to the left. Final round. Will Adamstown be ending their season here today, or will they be playing? Well, there's an early chance earlier on. Laurie looking to dink the keeper, still alive in the box. She just couldn't get her head to it and cleared out of way. Oh, what a start by the home side.
Yeah, that's great tempo and overlapping run from Laurie. Obviously leading the way as their captain and showing them what they need to do this afternoon.
Stars do not get much better than that, and now Maitland on the back foot as Adamstown prepare a corner. Laurie's presenting short. McFadden opting to go in the box. It's missed the head of Dagg. Spills on the edge. Hogg's little flick, and that one should be routine for Annabella Thornton to claim. So Maitland survive an early scare. Thornton now sending it upfield. These 2 sides did meet the last time. It was in the State Cup, and Adamstown nearly pulled off an impossible. Maitland going 3-2 winners that day. They have met twice already this season as well. Once was in round 7 here at Adamstown Oval, where Maitland won 2-0 thanks to Renee Poutney and an own goal, and they met again in round 14 where Maitland ran out 4-0 winners. So no goals for Adamstown against Maitland in the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's Northern New South Wales, but the State Cup, they certainly gave it to them. As here they go on the attack, searching for net swing, might fall to her. Still alive, shooting chance available, it'll roll to Thornton, but majority of this game early on, Serena, is in Maitland's defensive half.
Yeah, they're doing very well at pressing Maitland's defence and putting them under a bit of danger there.
Maitland now can settle back into their groove through Josie Morley. It's been her and Gosner that have led the centre-back pairing for majority of the season. Now sent forward. Neil is able to pick it up and sends it to Dunbarton. Clever footwork there from Dunbarton. Beats the challenge of a few. Has space out on the left-hand side. Decides to use Amos, who was just coming back from an offside position to try turn a run, and that one will roll into the hands of Olivia Sneddon.
It's definitely a different pace game to last game Maitland played, where they played Magic and just got one goal in that final minute. Magic set up very defensively and very low block, but Adamstown can't afford that today and press very high and trying to attack very aggressively in that front third.
Interested to see how front-footed they go, Adamstown, knowing that if they can win here today, no matter of the result between Broadmeadow Magic and Charlestown Azuri, that one being played at Magic Park, it can all but secure finals football. Well, they've certainly started the game with great intensity. Sneddon now in no hurry to get it back to her box. She'll pick it up as Adamstown send their fullbacks high. There's Hayes down the right-hand side, just driving forward into space. It's congested down there. Far-hand side now, breaks to Dunbarton. Looking to slip it through. This is where Maitland is so dangerous. Pountney down the left, only Dunbarton to aim at in the box, and nearly found Marion Dunbarton. The offside flag was raised. That ball in behind, Serena, we see it so much from Maitland FC this season. Obviously, Stapleford on the left, Amos on the right, both really quick in their own right, but teams just have to be so careful defensively, don't they, if that ball over the top.
Well, it's hard because they go to the winger who has the ball and they're so focused on trying to defend that, but then they've got another three running into the box who they've got to be careful for as well, and that delivery from them and their wingers have been so good this year, cutting it back to that penalty spot. That's why they've been so dangerous. They've just got so many different outlets, and it's just been so hard to defend against.
Speaking about outlets as well, we look at the bench for Maitland. That's been a crucial part of their success and where they are right now on the ladder. You've got Sienna Frost, most notably, who's scored a handful of goals this season for Maitland. We'll get back to that in a second as Amos bursts down the right-hand side, looking to get a cross in, as we spoke about, and that one nearly fools Sneddon and finds its way into the back of net. Yeah, the options on the bench for Maitland, obviously Sienna Frost, Nat O'Driscoll as well, and as well as Hope Clure, who's a mid-season recruit. So they are so spoilt for options when they need to on the bench. Obviously that game against Magic as well, they had Renee Poutney leave the field early into the second half, but were able to bring on Sienna Frost, and she injects a different amount of energy into the contest. So massive for Maitland, those options on the bench.
Yeah, and there's some young talent coming through there as well, so some of them are just going to get stronger and stronger, like O'Driscoll and Frost is still at high school playing in the CHS tournament, winning that I saw, so they're only going to get better, the 18-year-olds.
They're certainly dangerous players, as Maitland have started to grow into this game a little bit more. Neil drops it to Dunbarton, looks to beat the challenge there of Horgan, does so, but then it's one back. Now Adamstown can break. Here's Jones bursting forward, can shoot from range. Tanya Jones this time, she tries to flick it to Enswang, who beats the challenge of Morley. Just looking for a shooting chance is Mary Enswang, and calls Annabella Thornton into action. Probably the best chance of the game so far.
Those two are combining very well up front, giving those back two headaches.
To bring it out, you sense this game might be a little bit tighter than maybe most predicted. Adamstown have been in games this season. They've had some games that they've let slip. They are a competitive side, but feel like getting off to a fast start here would be the key for Martin Slade. Full 90-minute performance as well. Would go a long way to winning this match. First win, Adamstown. Did not come until round 8. That was against Broadmeadow Magic right here at Adamstown Oval. And they did that in fine fashion, winning 5-3 that day. So it was a tough start to the season from Adamstown, but like Martin Slade spoke about, those principles and trusting them week in, week out has certainly paid off. And now they find himself in a position to make the finals. It's a strong challenge there from Knowles. Nothing given by the referee. Now it's Adamstown's turn to break forward. O'Connor letting Enswing inside of her, and that will be a free kick. And might be the first booking of the afternoon as well.
Knowles did very well to read the play there and then continue her run to keep it in. And then Enswing obviously doing very well, using her body, running at the ball, and then winning their team a free kick.
Well, undoubtedly, you'll be looking for Tanya Jones in these sort of positions to get her head onto it, but it is Horgan to stand over it. Horgan with options in the box. Adamstown have left Hayes back, although she'll slowly make her way forward now. Can the home side strike first? It'll be Horgan to take. Takes a deflection off Georgia Amos. Dumbarton with a crucial header, and Amos can hook it away from danger. Hogg to send it back forward. Now there's a few players look to be offside. Play continues. And swing shot finds it into the path of Thornton, who's been caught into action a lot in these past few minutes. She sends it forward off the head of Hogg, and Neal will let it roll in front of the bench there of the Maitland Magpies. Here is Sophie Anadovic, such a calm presence in the middle of the park for the Magpies. Both coaches on their feet early doors here at Adamstown Oval. Sun is out as well after some showers this morning. Switching to Hayes. Dag inviting the press for the visitors now. Sophia Laurie. In field, they've worked this one nicely. Adamstown, but now it's pinched off. Dag. Stapleford's in behind. The touch might favour the former Newcastle Jet, and she wins Maitland's first set piece of the afternoon. Maitland's starting to grow into this game. Elodie Dag to stand over it. You know how crucial Maitland are from set pieces. Can they deliver again? Anadovic and Stapleford staying just outside the box, hoping to pick up any scraps that might fall their way. Dag, this one has a fair bit of height about it. Morley makes contact with the header, and a great save from Sneddon. Both keepers being caught into action early. And Martin Slade urging Sneddon to just calm things down as Maitland get back into their shape without the ball. Laurie over the top looking for Jones. That'll be a good battle this afternoon between Jones and Josie Morley. Morley wins out on that occasion. Now Dag to Stapleford. Here come the runners bursting forward. Stapleford cutting inside. Dumbarton makes a dart in field, so it allows Neal to pick it up down the right. Willow Neal takes an ambitious effort. But it will roll into Olivia Sneddon. And Swang lets this one bounce. This little interchange of play from the home side. Can they find the option in behind? And Swang, she'll chase this one down. And looking for the front post and nearly caught Thornton out of play. Well, I'll tell you what, Serene, this game has been end-to-end start.
Yeah, I think Thornton's getting tested a bit more than Maitland were expecting to this afternoon.
Who will find the breakthrough first is the question. Adamstown seeing pretty organised in defence so far. They picked it off here. McFadden, Laurie to Horgan. pass that can't connect with a teammate. Now Morley can slow down play and retreat through Thornton for the Magpies. So obviously all games last week, all teams were given a rest. And this final round this afternoon can throw up so many twists. If you're just joining us, make sure to keep an eye on the other games around the ground as well, as Adamstown have pinched it and swang to Jones. Little dummy can't beat Charlotte O'Connor though, who's got a big job on her hands this afternoon, filling into that centre-back role where Talia Gosno usually plays. Adamstown not applying too much pressure so far, Serena.
No, they're happy for Thornton and Morley and O'Connor to have that ball, but then once they start to drive that midfield, it's right up there, pinching the ball, putting them under plenty of pressure. They're looking very disciplined and practiced.
You can tell that's what a lot of teams try and do, and sometimes it works. We've seen teams like New Lambton who were able to hand Maitland their first defeat of the season a handful of weeks ago. Just try and hit on the counter, so there's so much planning and preparation that goes into playing Maitland FC. Can you stay alive for 90 minutes is the question. That's what Mark Slade will be hoping for. AMS is positioned down this right-hand side. She's still searching for an opening. Maitland still pushing it around. Dub Babin's pass picked off, and Maitland just not really going anywhere so far. The Magpies looking for more success as they head into the final series. They'll be eyeing off a grand final spot firstly, and then going on to win it from there. Obviously last season, not what they hoped for, but this year they are building nicely, and so much depth and places in this squad as well. There's that little clip there, sees Maitland pick up a free kick just shy of halfway. Last time Maitland did win the premiership was at Adamstown Oval. However, they didn't make the grand final that season. It's been a happy hunting ground for the Magpies here on Adamstown's home turf. It's now Stapleford. She'll have to track this one down, which she does. First touch, a little bit heavy. It stays in. Sneddon can't parry, and Dunbabin follows up. Maitland FC strike first, and it's the former Adamstown player, Marion Dunbabin. Easy as you like to open the scoring this afternoon for the visitors.
That was excellent work from Elizabeth down on that left fullback side. That's where that space is when they set up, and Adamstown set up in a 4-4-2. There's just no one pushing her straight away, and she found the space to penetrate through that midfield and find that ball through to Stapleford. But it was excellent work for Stapleford to cut it back, and a great finish from Dunbabin as well.
And it's again those wide areas that just Adamstown's fullbacks unable to continue, and I actually caught Martin Slade's reaction as soon as that got away, and he was absolutely frustrated because those are little moments that Maitland take in games. Here come Adamstown though, looking for an instant response. Jones. Swing. A little bit too ambitious, so a free kick in the way of Maitland, who have started to get a bit of a lift after that goal. AMS to Elodie Dag. Robbed off the possession, but it will be a free kick to Maitland. Plenty of Maitland fans as well as Adamstown in attendance this afternoon. The sun's come out. Beautiful afternoon of football. There's now a turnover in possession. AMS, she can drive forward. How's the delivery? Can't beat Sophia Laurie, who gives it back to George AMS. Goes to Dunbabin. Dunbabin deciding to use the width down the left-hand side. Looking for a second. Stapleford. First time cross. Can't beat Sophia Laurie, and out for a Maitland throw-in. Intended for Dag. Maitland want a free kick for the contact, nothing given. Now needs to pick it up. AMS. And Nardovic on the first time attempt. It wasn't a bad one. She certainly got that in her locker.
Yeah, that was a good little combination. It reflects what Horgan was saying through the week, that Adamstown Oval's quite smaller than Cook Square Park than they're used to, and that their little combinations are going to have to be a lot better. Their first touch, their accuracy of their pass, and I think we're seeing that as they get more comfortable and used to the field and with each other in this starting lineup.
Yeah, it's certainly a different pitch in terms of what Maitland are used to at Cook Square. Cook Square, I mean, they absolutely treated each week the surface they get to play on there. This field though can sometimes, the bobble of the ball can play an impact. Now Morley's pass was a little bit under hit. Here come Adamstown through McFadden, driving forward, looking for the swing, but it's picked off. And Morley, clever pass now to release Will O'Neill down the right hand side. Neal over the top. Pountney, who hasn't seen too much of the ball to start this game. She'll have to turn on the afterburners here to keep it in. Little flick, and just isn't able to stay in play. There for Maitland's leading goal scorer. We saw Pountney grab her 21st goal of the season a couple of weeks ago now. Currently in a race with Tara Andrews for that golden boot. And tell you what, if the men's golden boot race last week in the final round was anything to go by, Luis Lara Delgado of Broadmeadow Magic scoring 8 goals and overtaking Swans Marco Gooley to claim the golden boot.
What's Tara on?
That's a great question. It's now Pountney looking to release it down the right hand side. Bears, and might forward to Pountney. Have to take a look at what current New Lambton striker is on. Cass Davis back playing for New Lambton as well, which is good to see. It's now Enswang switching it down the right hand side, and another crucial tackle from Sophie Nenanovic. Laurie does that striker hand of Clowes, nothing given by the referee. Laurie goes on the follow-up, and a free kick given to Adamstown in such a very dangerous position here.
And it's not good to see Granger down either for Adamstown. She's been doing really well at their high press. Dunbabin's been struggling to get on the ball with Jones and Enswang pressing the centre backs. She's been key to that high press, so to see her down, it's not good to see for Adamstown.
Certainly isn't, as the trainer coming out of the field now to assess and have a look. We'll just get both teams now a chance to come across and have a word to their coach. Adamstown is staying on the field. Maitland are discussing tactics with their head coach, Ben Horgan.
Slade looks very comfortable in this injury though, doesn't have any substitutes warming up, so hopefully she's back on her feet soon.
It's a very youthful approach, the bench this afternoon for Adamstown. A lot of them playing reserve grade beforehand. They'd say Ash Vedder's probably the only player who is fresh and ready to go, and I'm sure she'll be called upon in this second half. Maitland, though, a positive start for the Premiers. 1 goal to the good, thanks to Marion Dunbabin. If you're just joining us on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel, back to her feet now. Ms. Granger, so it looks like we will continue. And an update from around the grounds as well. New Lambton, 1 goal to the good over Newcastle Olympic. It's a crucial game for them as well. While at Magic Park, it's 0-0 all between Charlestown Azzurri and Broadmeadow Magic. Well, we spoke about how much Adamstown need to win this game. Broadmeadow Magic looking to keep their finals hopes alive with a win on home turf as well. Looked like they had a point a few weeks ago against Maitland. The late Sophie Stableford strike sealed the deal for the Magpies, but back to the action here. It's a free kick for Adamstown. Lifted to the back post. Jones makes contact with it, but can't get it towards goal, and now AMS can pick it up and send forward Sophie Nenadovich. Stapleton making it running field. And Jones now, great defensive duties from her to stride forward for Adamstown. Dunbannon though picking it off. Morley in two minds with Thornton. Confusion at the back here. Jones looking to pounce and can't get the final touch. Very scary moments at the back there for the visitors.
Yeah, great pressure from Jones there. Even with the player down, and Granger's just come back onto the field now. She's done it all by herself there.
McFadden. Jones might fall yet for Enswang. Off the crossbar. Well, that is probably another chance that's gone begging for the home side this afternoon. And we spoke about those two that could play a huge part, Enswang and Jones. Maybe chances that they'll look back on Adamstown as this game progresses. That's clever though from Neil. Knowles picks it off. The flick though runs out of play.
They've all been so tame. I've been found 4 times. I haven't found yet my first foul is 2-1.
Getting things going for Maitland. She's been told to take it back just a little bit. Shy the halfway line. Unable to win the head up. Forward now for Harry Enswang. McFadden. Driving forward is Hayes, and Adamstown are just searching for some options in and around the box. They've found Jones, who's robbed out of play by Sophie Nenadovich. Hasn't she been enjoyed to watch this season, not only with the ball, she's so creative, but also defensively. She plays the deeper of the three in midfield for Maitland, and she does it really well.
She's one of the biggest workhorses in this league. If you get their GPS data, she's always at the top. She is being available in possession, and as soon as they lose it, she's one of the first ones behind the ball and trying to win it back for her team. She's one of those leaders in the team, not just on the field, but off the field as well.
Just on that Maitland midfield, I mean, all of them have a licence to go forward as well. You've got Dag, Dunbannon, who can play at 9 as well. So that midfield has been a huge part of his brand of football and the way they play. Morgan now looking to lift it forward. Picked off by O'Connor. Now they can retreat through Thornton. He was busy early on in this game. Hasn't been caught into much action as of late. This pass out to her right fullback in Will O'Neill. And Broadmeadow Magic has now a little slip. Enswang invited on goal, must finish, and she does. Adamstown hit back just as we were looking to do updates from around the ground. Adamstown equalise against the Premiers, and it's Mary Enswang, who looks to be injured in the process as well, who hits back. Great response from the home side.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Just as we were looking at Magic had scored against Charlestown, so it was great timing for them. But it was coming too, like Enswang and Jones, even Granger, their high press has been really working. Cook's been doing her part over on this left, pressing Neil as well as Knowles onto Amos. Like, they've been working as a unit really well. They know what their jobs are and they've been doing it.
Well, it's a position now for Maitland that they have to chase again. So just a reminder, Magic are ahead 1-0, New Lambton ahead 1-0 over Newcastle and 1-1 here at Adamstown Oval. Just a moments of concentration that they weren't able to do there between Thornton and Enswang. Was alert to the danger and count, so she's currently top of the list in terms of most goals scored for the Buds this season. They've had a little battle, those two, in terms of Joan and Enswang. Nenadovich now under pressure by Granger. Amos to Dunbannon. Thornton will have an area. Neil in field. They work this nicely to Maitland, but then it's picked off. You can see Martin Slade on his feet, riding every emotion of Adamstown's press as they look to pinch the ball back. This is where Maitland are dangerous, so they work it down the left. Stapleford's the runner in behind. This one might have a bit too much speed on it. Stapleford tracks it down, but the final touch off Hayes, and it will be the second corner of the afternoon for Maitland.
Hayes did very well stepping across onto Stapleford there. But Dag's on the corner, so we'll see if there's another opportunity for Maitland to get onto goal.
Adamstown have defended well so far. They need to hold out in this situation as it's sent in by Elodie Dag. It's a scramble in the box. Maitland won a handball, but eventually he can pick it up and send McFadden, who looks for and swing. Good energy shown there by Sophia Laurie. Now Thornton now. Amos is dropping quite deep. Nardovic goes back to Neil. Those two have a great understanding, but it's being picked off now by Horgan. And Swang looking to spin with not many options in support. Still might fall for Adamstown as Horgan drives forward. Has options to her right in Laurie, who, although she's a fullback, knows how to get forward as she sends across in. Dunbabin clears. And Swang lining one up from distance, takes aim at goal, but that one always into the hands of Annabella Thornton.
Well, that was great 2 wins by Horgan for her team defensively to get that play going. They just need a few more options going forward now. Once they play that ball forward, how can they continue to connect with their wingers? Well, they're over their fullbacks going forward.
Shot coming from distance. They've had a few of those in the last few minutes. Adamstown up on those rolls into the hands of Thornton. So a bit of concern over Amos there. She went to ground. Back to her feet now. Adamstown just well structured defensively to start this one, as now they'll be under the pump as Hayes lets it nearly run for Stapleford, but it's great defending from Eleanor Hayes at the back there, who let's say she plays much a bigger role now than what she did at the start of the year after Jenna Doyle departed Adamstown, and that looks to be offside and is against Pountney.
Yeah, didn't she have some big boots to fill coming from reserve grade out of the Jets Academy? She's done so well, played such a key part for them, and I think the partnership with her and Hogg has been really good since that halfway through the season when she has had to come through, making her debut against Newcastle Olympic earlier in the year, I believe.
Yeah, you look at some of their wins as well lately. Adamstown, I mean, a huge win 2 weeks ago at Darling Street Oval, a last-minute winner from Tanya Jones, meant they added to what's already been a frustrating season for Newcastle Olympic. They've certainly grown as the season's gone on. Find themselves in a decent position now, although they're going to have to defend this set piece, which Dag will go across to take. There's Maitland on the hunt to respond. Dunbabin and Enswang, the goal scorers for their respective sides so far. Is there a response from Maitland? Dag sends it in. It's got height to it, and Dunbabin got her head to it, but she was just a little too far wide of the post. So pretty even first half so far, you'd say, Serena. I mean, obviously, Adamstown gifted that goal through Enswang, but overall they've been pretty solid.
Yeah, and it's been some great football to watch. Neither team is just sitting back and sitting in a block. They're both out to score goals, and it's very entertaining. Both are physically up for the challenge, and it's played off. It's some great football to watch for both sides.
Side flag there against Pountney, otherwise there was a chance there for Amos to sneak in behind. Go back to Sneddon, who can take this goal kick now. NPL men's final series kicked off earlier. And after trailing 2-0, Edgeworth Eagles have knocked out Belmont Swansea. So it's been a big afternoon of football. Undoubtedly, this is the most exciting time to be a part of it as the final series are starting to heat up. There's only one place you can catch it, which is live and free on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. Stapleford. Little dink over the top. Diggs, goals. Great chance here. Ames cutting it back and Dag on the follow-up. Well, it still might create trouble. And eventually hurried over the bar. I'm not sure whether Snedden got a final touch or whether it's just hit the top of the goals. But another chance for the Magpies.
Great ball from Morley to start that. She saw there was spacing behind for Stapleford as Adamstown is starting to send their fullbacks quite high. So there is that space for the wingers for Maitland to get in behind, and she had that great vision and the pinpoint pass to get that play moving.
Now coming forward. Pountney's little flick is a nice one. Ames. Dag. See the intention there, but it wasn't on the same wavelength as Renee Pountney. This is similar to what Maitland have experienced as the season's gone on. At the start of the year, it's fair to say they'll probably cruising past teams by quite comfortable margins, but as the years progressed, opposition defence is starting to pay more attention to the way Maitland like to attack. It's far from done yet, but Adamstown certainly up to the task. It's a great battle between Granger and Amos, which both teams had their hands up. I think every player had their hand up shouting for the throwing to go their way. It eventually does go the way.
And that just shows the intensity of the game. Both teams want to win, not just the end result, but each individual battle.
You can see it starting to liven up here. Throwing though goes the way of Maitland Magpies. Fiery contest to start, even battle. It'll shape up to be a big second half, but there's still time to play for either side to hit before then. Ensway, little dummy inside of O'Connor. Great challenge though from Charlotte O'Connor on the follow-up. Now this communication from Amos and Pountney. Cook bursting forward. Sent forward though from Neil, and that relieves a lot of pressure for Maitland. Now that little roll there from Snedden was a little bit under hit. Nearly pounced on by Renee Pountney. Now pick up, assess their options, which is Horgan. Jump that and to pick it off. And now Maitland drive forward. Dag has Amos to her right. Plenty of space affords her, and the little pass slipped through the defence, but unable to find Ray Pountney. Jones now looking to turn, slips momentarily. It's picked off by Morley. Energetic end to this first half. Both sides urged on by a healthy crowd attendance here at Adamstown Oval this afternoon. Touching on the State Cup as well, which Maitland were victorious, winning the final 5-0 over Magic. Adamstown were actually the only team to score against Maitland in that State Cup run. And they've done it again here, so they've certainly matched it with the Magpies. That just shows, I mean, at the start of the year, they lost 2-0 and 4-0. Losing out 3-2 in the State Cup, and they're truly on their way here as Maitland bursts down the right-hand side now. Amos cutting inside one, looks to beat Knowles as well. She goes to ground. Nanatovic, shooting chance available as that one bounces just before the hands of Olivia Snedden, who can comfortably claim. Out. Switch is a nice one. It might invite Snedden out of her box. It's a foot race between those two. Oh, nearly spilled by Olivia Snedden. Looks to have collected Sophie Stableford on the way through. concern over Maitland's number 11, but she's back to her feet now.
Let's go, Maitland!
Here comes Big Fadden for Adamstown at the other end. That one inviting. Enswang beats the challenge of Neil. Great chance here for Adamstown. Oh, Mary Enswang just looking to pick out the top right-hand corner, and it wasn't far away.
What a great first touch by Mary to take it away, but as also control it at the same time, to be able to swing it around and get it on target with her second touch. That was excellent to be able to beat both two defenders at the same time. That just shows her expertise and why she's played at such a high level.
So dangerous on the ball, so dangerous with that clever footwork as well. She's playing a high role here this afternoon. We did mention it off air, but it looks like they will set up in that 4-4-2 Adamstown with Enswang and Jones. The two out now, attackers up front. Both have had really good chances for their side this afternoon. So do Maitland have a response in them before half-time, or are we set for a huge second 45 here at Adamstown Oval? Looking organised without the ball, that's for sure. As Dunbarton's little turn. Next challenge of one, next a challenge of two. She sends it down the right-hand side now. Maitland can bomb numbers on forward. Neil to Amos. Amos retreats. Neil into Dunbarton. There's space out left for Stapleford. They can't find it. Can't find Poutney either, but she is alert and picks it up. And the shots. It's never troubling Olivia Sneddon between the sticks for Adamstown.
Adamstown are definitely doing their job defensively, starting to frustrate Maitland into those longer shots. Whereas in that first 10 minutes, they were getting down to the byline, cutting it back. Now they're resorting to shooting outside the 18. I think Maitland just need to settle it down again, get back to what was working, and then they'll find their results.
The Maitland this season, 15 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. Their only draw coming in round 11 at home to Lake Macquarie. So they've won every game this season bar 2. Late Renee Poutney header that day against Lake Macquarie that rescued a much needed point for them. Will she be the player to step up for Maitland? At the minute though, this game on a knife's edge, it's there for the taking. We presume there's plenty more goals to come. Jones to Laurie. Looking field for Granger. Picks it up on the second pass, now sends it forward. Morley up against Jones. That's been a good physical battle so far to keep an eye on. Granger to Enswang, who just looked to flick over the top of the defence. Might get it on the follow-up. And that struck the head of O'Connor. Now the referee looking to stop play and now does. We'll go back for Charlotte O'Connor. Looked a nasty one.
Yeah, there's bodies on the line everywhere. Playing for this game, playing at a great intensity. It's great to see that Charlie's all right and she'll be back to play this.
We are back underway. Good to see there's been no players that have had to leave the field so far, despite a few going to ground as Dunbarton. Neil is Maitland looking for a breakthrough. Amos making the run over the top, and you can see some fans in the crowd arguing the case that Dag should have had a free kick go her way. He can't find Nardovic. Now it's over the top for 2 runners for Adamstown. Jones is there as well as Netswang. Jones beats one, looking to get a shot away. And that one, unfortunately, not finding the target, but Martin Slade is already back to his feet, making sure they're organised defensively, which they are. They can sit back now. And defender Thornton sends this one forward. Send it forward. First touch was nice from Enswang, and Jones from distance. Well, she scored those types of goals on many occasions this season. Just from outside the box, she fancies herself, and it wasn't a bad strike there. Here come the Buds as they burst forward. O'Connor now sending it just short of the grandstand here. Adamstown ending the first half on a positive note. Wouldn't be surprised if Maitland turned to their bench in that second half for some of those plays that add so much energy to their side. Jones goes to ground. Now nothing given from the referee. Can they break? Clever from Horgan, although her pass couldn't find a teammate. And now Maitland go to work. Pountney, it's time to run nicely from now. Referee says nothing. She burst forward on goal. She has Stapleford to her left. Cutting it back. Stapleford shoots. Saved by Snedden. Well, Adamstown got the offside flag. They still had numbers behind the ball. And Maitland a huge chance of blowing before half time.
Adamstown have been playing that offside trap very well this afternoon. I think they've caught Pountney off 3 times, but that one looks like she timed that one perfectly, and that is the danger of playing it. But yeah, Pountney learnt and got away on goal there, and it was very dangerous for Maitland.
I think it showed the experience of Pountney as well. You know, most players would have probably made that run and continued. She just held slightly, and that was a huge chance for Maitland. I thought Pountney might have went herself.
Yeah, Hogg had to step up into the midfield, and Pountney found that great gap, and just unfortunate. Well, it was a great save from Snedden in the end.
Chances galore to end this first half. Adamstown looking to do likewise. O'Connor picks it off. She drives forward looking for Stapleford. The pass at times hasn't been there for Maitland. Here they come as we close in on half time. Maitland looking for their second. Stapleford dribbles low across the face of goal, but cleared away by Hogg. And these are the times that Adamstown really need to dig in and hold on. So many teams have matched it with Maitland and then conceded in crucial parts throughout the game, most notably either side of half time. Morgan to send it forward, looking for Jones, whose little flick finds Granger. A lovely first touch from her, looking to combine with Enswang, who was the only Adamstown teammate up front. She still might get on it, nothing given from the referee, and Enswang can burst forward. Only O'Connor to beat. She beats her and shoots on goal. Well, wide of the post, but it's a great moment of brilliance there from Mary Enswang.
Yeah, I thought she was a bit isolated up there by herself, 2v1, but she did very well to beat O'Connor and get a shot off then.
Maitland looking to work their way from the back. A lot of space right here for Neil. The target is Pountney, whose touch was a little bit heavy and rolls over the line. So, an interesting first half so far. Can't be too long until half time. I guess the message heading into the second half, Serena, would just be more of the same for Adamstown.
Yeah, I think they've done their job very well. And yeah, I would just continue to do what they're doing defensively and in attack. Maybe be a bit more composed up front, and maybe they'll have a bit more goals go their way.
Still time for either side to hinge something just before the break. And defensive duties from Dunbabin. Jones sends it forward. Little miscommunication, and now O'Connor. That surely is a free kick. No, nothing given against Enswang. Jones, though, coming through, taking an effort on goal. So still time for either side. Although that pass isn't going to help Maitland's cause, just runs out of play. Referee has a check of the watch. Maitland still have time as Amos is sent on a run down the right-hand side. Neal's continued her run. Dag back to Amos. Connection's not there, but great. Oh, one back on 2 occasions there for Amos, and then Enswang. Doesn't have too many options in support, like you mentioned there. Isolated at times, Mary Enswang.
New Lambton have managed to get another goal against Olympic too before the end of their half, so they're sitting 2-0 against Olympic.
Massive there. Every game here this afternoon with a lot of meaning and context behind it. New Lambton looking to build form heading into the finals, and they are the only team that have beaten Maitland this season as well. As that is the halftime whistle here at Adamstown Oval. And if you're an Adamstown fan, whether you're in attendance or watching at home, your side has been massively impressive in this first half. It was Dumbarton that opened the scoring, and Swag replied in fine style. But Serena for Maitland, we've seen them in this position a couple of times now. They have the quality, but how do they go about their business in the second half?
Yeah, I think they just need to remember their strengths and stay composed, stay to their game plan. They've just got to find that switch when they can, because playing in that 4-4-2, you'll have that space with the fullbacks. So when Liz did it, it was excellent. They've just got to find more opportunities to find that, and especially find it on the right side, switching quickly to Neil, who'll be able to penetrate that midfield really well.
Well, don't go anywhere. A big second half coming up, but at the break here at Adamstown Oval. It's Adamstown Rosebuds 1, Maitland FC 1.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrated vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
back to Adamstown Oval for round 21 of the Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's Northern New South Wales. And before we get into the potential changes that have been made at the break, Adamstown have been out for at least 5 minutes now. Serena, what were you most impressed about for them in that first 45?
I think they stayed very disciplined for that first 45. They knew what the game plan was. They stuck to it, and it paid off. They have got the draw, and they're in that finals contention now.
Certainly is. They've been here for a good 5 minutes, and probably speaks to the confidence that's within Martin Slade's side as it stands. So Talia Gosner spoke about pre-match the fact that that was an interesting change. She is on the field for this second 45, and Sienna Frost has come on. Now this is interesting because the way they're setting up off the kickoff, it looks like Charlie O'Connor and Elizabeth Clowes have departed the field, which might see Sophie Stapleford playing left back in this second half potentially.
Yeah, that's how they're setting up from the kickoff, with Stapleford at left back, but we might see them go a bit more attacking and have more three at the back, and allow Stapleford and Frost to get a bit higher up on this left side.
So a reminder of those subs: Elizabeth Clowes and Charlotte O'Connor off for Maitland, Sienna Frost and Talia Gosner onto the field. Two players. Well, Gosner's going to add that experience at the back, that calmness, and Sienna Frost, she's one of many in the box here as Dunbarton looks to get across. And Adamstown, they started the first half on the front foot. Maitland are doing the same as Dad goes across to take the first set piece of the second 45. Gosner coming forward. Seconds after being introduced onto the field, it would be quite a story if she was to get a head onto this. Scored a hat-trick of headers earlier on in the season. Maitland would love a goal straight out of the sheds. Morley now to Nenadovich. Dag down the right. Looking for options. Trying to get inside of Knowles. It's a battle between those two on the far side as Nenadovich comes in support, but it's put out of play by Knowles, and a throw in for Maitland.
Knowles has been very strong this afternoon. She hasn't let a lot down her side. She's stood her ground and made it very difficult for anyone to penetrate down that left side. Now I've just jinxed her as Willow has skipped past her.
And falls to the back post, and Sienna Frost takes a strike. What a save! That is a save from the very highest order from Olivia Sneddon to deny Sienna Frost a substitute. That is an incredible save to keep the scores equal as Maitland push and have another corner go their way. Dag again to take this one to the front stick. Can't beat the first defender, but there's plenty of space on the follow-up. She sends it to the back post away of Morley. Morley can't get it to control. Adamstown potential for a counter-attack here. They send it to the right-hand side. And they can't get their foot on it, but they've won themselves a throw-in. An end-to-end start to this second half, Serena.
Yeah, I think it will continue as the first half did. There'll be plenty of intensity, plenty of 1v1 battles. No one's going to want to lose out on the ball or the end result.
Great switch there from Neil, and now Stableford can burst forward, has Frost in support. Well-timed pass. Sienna Frost getting it back. You'd expect someone to be there for the Magpies, still alive. Jones against Frost. Frost picks it up. Sienna Frost showing great energy off the bench, bearing down on goal. Looking to cut it back, we can't find a teammate, still alive, and eventually Adamstown can see it out of play, but Sienna Frost, she's probably been hard done by in terms of starts this season. She hasn't started probably as many games as she would have liked, but when she comes off onto the field, she's so dangerous.
Yeah, she's been that burst of life Maitland have needed for this second half. She's made some great chances already, and it'll be great to see how she continues into this game.
Now Maitland go forward through Dunbarton, who's eyeing off a brace after that goal in the first half. That one ricochets off her and goes for a Adamstown goal kick. So no changes for the Buds out of half-time. It's only Maitland have made the two, and I tell you what, Maitland have undoubtedly started the better of the two teams. Sneddon just slowly getting this one back to ground as she sends it out to right centre back in Hayes. Here comes the press from Pountney. Laurie to Horgan. Maitland pushing more numbers up the field, and they've pinched it through Dag. A lovely switch to the right-hand side now for Neil. Neil to Dunbabin. First touch was a touch heavy. Well, it was a game of patience for Maitland a few weeks ago when they snatched that winner at the death, courtesy of Sophie Stapleford. They had so many moments in the game, but were just unable to break through the defence. This combination, though, on the left-hand side's been a good one between Stapleford and Frost. Something we haven't seen this season from Maitland and Serena, but Stapleford showing so much energy from left back early on.
Yeah, and she made that crucial save before when, tackle, when Adamstown had that counter-attack. She was that last defender, and she did her job well, came across and cleared the ball. So, yeah, she's such a leader wearing that captain's armband. She's happy to put her hand up for wherever the team needs her, and she's doing the job wherever they do put her.
Safe to say Adamstown are going to have to be a lot more structured like they were in that first half, because Maitland have injected some fresh legs and they are proving dangerous so far. But Adamstown are dangerous on the attack as well as they look to slip it through. That one running through to Thornton. I think defence is going to play a crucial part in this second half. Can Adamstown hold out? Neil can't find Dunbabin. It's picked off by Granger. Now Knowles. Little interchange of play between those two, and now Holt can search for options. Goes to the air, invites Jones on forward. Jones looking to get inside of Gosner, but great experience shown by Talia Gosner.
It was a great ball, but it was even better dealt with by Gosner. She does bring so much experience and skill to that back line. It was so well dealt with.
Free kick there as Ensling kicks the ball away afterwards after the foul on Morley. Gosner, such a calm presence at the back there for the Magpies. As I mentioned earlier, I think it was a game I called with you, Serena, where she got a hat-trick into the dying stages of the game. We were riding every emotion after she scored 2 before half-time off set pieces, and then in about the 88th minute she was able to get a hat-trick.
Yeah, she not only is good in defence, but those set pieces, she is key as well. Scoring 3 in that 9-1 win over Newcastle Olympic.
4 goals to a name this season. Talia Gosner is now Maitland breaks forward. The offside flag stays down for now. Amos, Sneddon out of her area, and Sneddon makes a crucial recovery. Well, could have Georgia Amos picked a better option there, Serena?
I actually was worried if Frost was running offside then, so I'm not sure. I don't have the best angle, so I'm not sure if Amos did pick the right decision in the end. But I've got to give credit to Sneddon again. That's 2 really important saves for her team in the last 5-10 minutes.
Speaks to the volume of the way Maitland are putting the pressure on in the early stages of this second half. Neil to Nenadovich, back to Willow Neal. There's width down this left-hand side through Stapleford as well as Frost, but Adamstown, you have to praise them in the way they've gone about their defensive business so far. Space now for Gosner to drive forward from Maitland. Sends it over the top, it beats Pountney, might find Frost. Laurie picks it up, but gives it straight back to Maitland as Pountney to Dunbabin. Dunbabin can't connect with her teammate. Now Laurie gives it away to Georgia Amos. Stakes starting to creep in for both sides as Nenadovich searching for Frost. Pountney looking to bring it to control. Look at the speed there from Frost to pick it back up. Dunbabin to Dag. Nenadovich to her right. There's not much pressure applied by the home side. It means Dag can get across the way, but can't find a teammate. But the second best result is a corner. It's coming the way of Maitland.
better build-up from Maitland, looking more composed at the back, happy to switch it a few times before finding that space to drive through. I think they were missing that. They were a bit rushed in that first half. So I think bringing Gosnell into that position does help them a lot, just calming it down and waiting to the right moment to send that ball forward.
So a bit of concern here in the box. Actually missed who it was that went to ground.
I think it's Pountney down, and she does not look in a good way.
Melody Dag preparing the corner, but all attention now is with Pountney, who looked to have gone down. It looked like she was jumping for the header, and maybe she's landed in an uncomfortable position.
And it looks like New Lambton snagged another goal in their second half to make it 3-0 against Olympic at Alder Park, whereas Magic remains 1-0 against Charlestown.
So obviously as it stands, Burrumano Magic have a firm grip on that fourth spot, so they'll be playing finals football as it stands. So Pountney off and out, but Maitland have a set piece. As the hunt goes on, this one might find the back of the net. It needed tipping over from Snedden, who falls over after parrying it over the bar. Pountney just waiting to be introduced. Doesn't look to be any subs preparing, and now Renee Pountney can come back on the field, and Dag's being forced to switch flanks to go and take this corner. Sometimes in teams you might see different players take corners from different sides, but Dag the preferred option for Maitland here, and her set pieces have been on point this afternoon. This one's a rehearsed move. It falls Nanatovic, and the bobble just got the better of her there. Always a tough angle when it's coming at you like that.
But I love that they mixed it up a bit there. They definitely got Adamstown off guard and were able to get a non-pressured strike at goal.
They're certainly good at doing that. Off corners and free kicks are Maitland. Just catching defences out at times. Now Hogg to send it forward for Adamstown, who haven't seen too much of the ball down this end of the field. And it's defence like that would have held them out. Here they come through Jones, who's pitched off it by Nanatovic. I thought advantage might have been played, but referee will go back for the earlier shirt grab just shy of the halfway line, and looks to see a third substitution coming for Maitland FC. Natalia O'Driscoll coming onto the field. It looks like Renee Pountney's afternoon might be over. Not good signs heading into finals for Maitland. Hopefully nothing too serious from Renee Pountney, but she departs. And Natalia O'Driscoll, who certainly knows how to bring energy to a contest, is on the field.
Yeah, as I said, hopefully precautionary, and I think Dunbarton will move into that 9 role and O'Driscoll into the midfield where Dunbarton was.
O'Driscoll previously at Central Coast Mariners Academy, as well as the Jets, as Stapleford sends that one across to her opposite winger in Amos, who has the speed to track it down. Amos to Dunbarton, a little turn, and taking aim at goal, nearly spilt there by Snedden. Claimed comfortably in the end. O'Driscoll now with her first touch onto the field. She'll join a midfield three of Nanatovic and Dag. And now they burst forward through Georgia Amos. Plenty to aim at in the box. Amos to Nanatovic. Her ball is a dangerous one. It's inviting Dunbarton. Hogg giving up the chase. And a deflection sees a corner coming, and Maitland are absolutely knocking on the door, Serena.
Yeah, great effort by Dunbarton. She almost won that first ball, but didn't give up the fight and was able to pinch it off Hogg, and had a real chance on goal there, and able to effect to win the corner for her side.
Well, it's moments like these where Adamstown need to hold out. Quite a congested pack there in the box. They're all surrounding Olivia Sneddon. This time it falls to near Sneddon, and Morley was arriving at the back post. Unable to make contact with it though, and it'll be an Adamstown goal kick. The Dag's deliveries today have been absolutely on point in the air, inviting the Maitland players to come forward. Now through Hayes. Hayes to Laurie, and that one was a little bit under hit. Sienna Frost leading the press, but now they get it over the halfway line. There's Jones. Foot race between her and Josie Morley. And this is a position where Adamstown will want the ball throughout this second half. It's a throw-in that finds Netswang. They robbed of possession and a throw-in. A dangerous position for Adamstown. Battle here in the corner, and Swain trying to win the battle up against O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll doesn't lose too many battles, and now they break forward through Sienna Frost down the left-hand side. John Babin moving into that 9 position, having her first touch on the ball, and she's won her side a throw-in. End-to-end football, just like what we saw in the first half.
And it was just excellent from O'Driscoll to win that ball in the corner and continue the play forward. And now the Maitland have the ball in their front third and having an attacking opportunity.
Stapleford looking to give it to Frost, but Frost picks it up. Dag, Bernardovic can shoot from range. This time it dribbles low, and wild ride of Olivia Sneddon's post.
It'll be interesting to see if both teams can keep up the tempo of that first half. It was very high pressing, transition football, end to end. I think we will be able to see the midfield open up a bit more and both sides get on the ball, but we'll just have to see how that plays out.
Because they're coming forward and moving it off Tanya Jones. Yeah, you can certainly see the intensity is similar to that first 45, but can both teams sustain it for 90 minutes? Stapleford has O'Driscoll's run, which is picked off by Horgan. It's just a battle of patience so far for either side. Maitland undoubtedly with more of the ball in the second half. But their leading goal scorer, Renee Poutney, off the field, which we hope is just precautionary as they shifted down the right-hand side now through Neil. Has Amos in support. Paso can't find Georgia Amos, and Knowles intercepts. Kneeling out to Morley. Sophie Stapleford, who's been busy at left back to start this second half. Here she goes on a run. Frost looking to keep it in. Picked off by Laurie, but then O'Driscoll doing likewise and winning it for her side and switching the play to the right-hand side through Neil.
It does look like Maitland's had a conversation about where the spaces are and switching it quickly when they get possession to find those spaces, and it has been effective when they've been able to do it.
Stapleford's ball was an intriguing one and probably could have been claimed by Sneddon, but Hogg was taking no chances. Now the throw into Dag. Plenty of space up against Hayes. Dag's first touch beats Hayes, looking to keep it in. And Hogg clears, but only at the expense of a corner. Another corner for Maitland, another chance for them to send their two centre-backs forward in Talia Gosnar and Josie Morley, who start to join the pack now. Dag's deliveries have been on point so far this afternoon. This one is again similar, spilt by Sneddon, but looked to be a free kick, although the referee will play advantage and will go up the other end through and swing. Looks to beat the challenge of Neil. And Neil has done fantastically well, although it's just crept over the line for an Adamstown throw-in. Here's Cook for Adamstown. Hasn't taken too much of the ball this afternoon. O'Driscoll pinches it off, sends it through to Dunbabin. Has a lot of chasing to do, and Sneddon, as she has been all season, comfortable in playing out of her box. And there is some concern here over a Maitland play. Looked to be O'Driscoll as she got that last pass away. Didn't quite catch what happened after she got the pass away.
But they've quickly called their physio onto the field and sending the substitutes to warm up. So that is not great to see, especially such a talented player just coming onto the field only 10 minutes ago. So I hope she's able to get back to her feet.
Well, the pass was a nice one. It was inviting for Dunbabin. Just had a little bit too much speed on it. Looks like she got collected just after that pass was played. And like you said there, it's been a busy day for Maitland's physio. Amy Walton there assessing O'Driscoll. And she looks to be back to her feet, which is great news for Maitland fans. On multiple occasions, she's won the ball back and looked to start an attack for the Magpies, but Maitland will play with 10 for now as she continues to get assessed. MS and Neil down the right-hand side. Neil looking to fashion a cross. Can't beat the Adamstown defence though. Have been up to the task all afternoon. Dag's little flick. Dunbabin can't connect with a teammate. Both benches up on their feet. And here come the Buds through Jones, clipping it over the top. And the two Maitland defenders are back there in Gosner and Morley. And Spain though couldn't get it to control. Now the game starts to open up as Neil comes down the right. Slips it through the Georgia Amos. Frost and Dunbabin in the box to aim at. Amos using Dag. Back to Amos, who could have been in an offside position. Certainly Adamstown were arguing the case. And it's gone from one end of the field back to halfway through Gosner. O'Driscoll is back in on the action. Morley now to Stapleford, can't keep it in. And now Jones, who has been involved in this contest. She'd certainly like more of a side of goal. Looking to get inside there of Stapleford, but couldn't do so. Dag's flick on. Sienna Frost up against Laurie. That's going to be a good battle as the second half progresses. Now there's space out right if they can find it. O'Driscoll, Amos times her run, does she? Yes. Offside flag stays down. Georgia Amos, she's through on goal. Great chance for Maitland and she converts. Amos scores. Maitland make it 2-1. A great time pass from O'Driscoll and Amos does the rest. And it makes the score Maitland 2, Adamstown 1.
Excellent build-up from Maitland and that switch of play to find Amos in all that space out there. You could see as they started to switch the play, Amos looked across that line, adjusted her run and made sure she was onside, but she did all the hard work as well, driving into space and finishing it off. It was a great individual effort in the end.
Well, it's invited Adamstown to make their first change of the afternoon. Ashveda coming onto the field. McFadden departing. And this is where Maitland, once they do get one, they can start to grow more and more into the game as Frost looks to inject speed down the left. That touch is a little bit heavy, but Sneddon can keep it in. Oh, but Frost has picked it back up. Sneddon out of her area for now. Sneddon retreats back between the sticks and Stapleford can claim. And it's back to Frost. Frost delivers, can't get it over the head. And Ashveda can break forward now for Adamstown. She beats the challenge of Neil. O'Driscoll is back there though, and does remarkably well to keep the ball in play. And wins a free kick for her hard work as well. But Ashveda though, Martin Slade obviously Seeing that Adamstown need more pace up front, so it looks like Ash Vedder will go to the left-hand side, and she can be one that can spark this Adamstown side.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're dropping N-swing in a bit deeper for McFadden's spot and giving Vedder opportunity to get up forward and try and penetrate that back line.
Interesting to see. That looks to be the case, doesn't it? Those two, in Vedder and Jones up top, and N-swing just sitting just in behind. As Stapleford's pass picked off by Laurie. It's there on the follow-up for the taking, and Stapleford. She's been very strong at left back to start this second half. Massively impressive. Stapleford, obviously we haven't seen her play left back on too many occasions, if I can recall any. That throw in, though, a nice one. Doesn't go over the byline. It will be a throw in for Maitland. Dag now beats the challenge of N-swing. Bernardovic, thinking about a shot, decides to switch it out to the goal scorer, Amos. Maitland just happy to keep the ball. Adamstown season is hanging by a thread. They know they need to score goals fast. Stapleford to Frost. Good interchange of play down the left, as they have done in the second half, but Adamstown, when they do get the ball, they need to commit more numbers forward. That's an inviting pass for Jones, but picked off. And Maitland just looked that little bit more comfortable with Gosner at the back of this second half.
Yeah, they've lined up with Gosner and Morley many times now, so I think they've practiced it. It's what they're used to. A lot of years of experience for both of them at this level, so it's not surprising that it looks very comfortable for the whole team out there.
Here is one of those two, Josie Morley. Back to Annabella Thornton. 2024 Northern New South Wales Goalkeeper of the Year, Thornton, as well as a Junior Matilda in 2021. So great for Maitland to have between the sticks, but also very calm with her feet as well, Thornton, in distributing the ball. Here comes Neil, looking to fashion a cross. It beats one. Babin looking to pick up the scraps, and was looking for a second of the afternoon. That header, though, from Morley finds Vedder, and now she looks to go to work. Morley coming across and sending it to Amos. Amos to Dag. Back to Georgia Amos. The speed on show there. And the final challenge coming through. Laurie's gone to ground. Maitland have continued their attack, and Frost is in behind the defence, although the offside flag is raised. And Amos straight across to check on Sophia Laurie.
The game does seem to be opening up a bit more in that midfield. Maitland getting a bit more time on the ball, being able to switch it not only through passes but through running with the ball. So we'll see if they continue to be able to stretch Adamstown out between the lines.
Bit of concern here over Laurie. It was Amos who glided through a couple of players before she then went in and looked to have won the ball, but the studs looked to have been showing just a little bit. It'll be interesting to see it back on the replay.
If we want to do an around the grounds, Broadmeadow Magic remains 1-0 over Charlestown, and New Lambton have found 5 goals against Newcastle Olympic.
Massive for New Lambton as they continue to build momentum heading into the final series as well. Obviously 2 weeks ago in round 20 they ran out 4-0 winners over Lake Macquarie, so as it stands they'll be heading for back-to-back clean sheets there at Alder Park. As we mentioned in the first half, they've been boosted by the return of Cass Davis as well as Lauren Allen, who joined them midway through the season. Now both sides just going to their respective benches. And Swing and Jones, Adamstown. The Adamstown captain, Sophia Laurie, slowly back to her feet. Just with the physio for now, testing some balance skills, it looks to be. And I'm not sure whether Sophia Laurie will continue, but one thing is certain is Dunbarton's afternoon is over. Coming onto the field is Maya Schofield. So Dunbarton off, Schofield on. And Dunbarton, as she has done all season, Serena has put in a good shift. She's obviously started the game at midfield, grabbed a goal, and had to play a handful of minutes at number 9.
She is such a versatile player. I think across all the clubs and seasons that I've seen her play at, I think I've seen her play every field position. She can use both feet. She's technical and she's so athletic. She can do the job wherever they need her, and she's done that today with a goal and helping them score for that second goal as well, helping their side to get to 2-0.
A nice ball from Nanadovic. O'Driscoll looked to have kept it in. It needed clearing by Adamstown. Sophia Laurie will now rejoin the action and slot into that right back position. Space and time now for Dag. Looking to get inside of Knowles. She pinches it back. Shot is deflected. Stableford shouting for handball. Nothing given, but another set piece the way of Maitland. They are certainly looking to put this game to bed. Dag to take, and there are 3 players outside the edge of the box for Maitland if the ball falls to them. Nadabi making her way into the box as well. This one sent in off the crossbar, and it falls to the Nadavic, who goes to ground, and that is a penalty the way of Maitland. It looked clear and obvious after Nadavic's first touch. Goes to ground, and Maitland are headed to the spot. Interesting to see who steps up, but this is a massive moment in terms of Adamstown's season. Elodie Dag seems to be the one that wants to take the ball off Snedden. A massive chance for Maitland to put this game to bed as it stands. Magic are already ahead, but Maitland, Dag scores. Maitland make it 3, and Elodie Dag, as calm as you like from the spot, a short run up and firing Maitland into a 3-1 lead. They've got a bit of breathing room now, Serena.
Yeah, what a clinical finish, showing her expertise and just the years of experience she has played in this at this level, and her years at the Jets Academy. That was just that was excellent work. And coming from her corner as well, just such a great delivery. It's been so dangerous, that tempting on that post a few times now, and wasn't completely dealt with by the Adamstown defence. Nanadovic was there ready to poach and did enough to get her team that penalty, but yeah, excellent finish by Elodie Dag.
Adamstown now with an absolute mountain to climb after drawing themselves equal when Enswing scored just shy of half time. They now have a lot of work to do, and Amos can get in on behind. A little bit too much speed, and Hope Clure is being prepared for Maitland. So on substitution to come in the next stoppage of play. Better up the other end for Adamstown, cops a little bump, and that might invite Clure to come onto the field maybe after the set piece is taken for the Magpies. As it's sent in early, and it finds Jones, who can't bring it to control, and Stableford will let it run over the line. So changes at both ends. Hope Clure looking to be introduced. And there's been a substitution in the works for Adamstown as well. Sienna Friend will come onto the field for Minnie Granger. So 2 important changes. Clerk coming into the middle of the park to add that experience. Nenatovic off the field, so her afternoon is done. I'm sure she'll be rested and fully ready to go ahead of the finals. Schofield looking to get forward for Maitland, but she's robbed out of possession. Laurie now. Santa Fran straight into the action. Net swing over the top, looking for Vedder, who looked to get a side of goal. Thornton, though, came out and made a crucial intervention. Now they've worked this nicely. Seeing Santa Frost play on the right-hand side now. Stapleford back to her preferred left wing position. Driscoll wing it back, and now Maitland. They've got numbers forward on both flanks, although Foster's pass just couldn't find the run of Ames.
It's great to see the trust in Maitland putting their young players on like Schofield and Fleur, who have played in the reserve grade fixture before this. They had a huge impact for, I think they were up 7-0 at half-time, and they both had key parts to play in that. So it's great to see the depth that Maitland have, and it's the key to why they're first in first grade and reserve grade.
Yeah, most certainly they've been spoiled with the option of bringing on plenty of players to spark and inject a game. Obviously, Hope Clare, a mid-season recruit. She's found it hard to break into the starting side as Stapleford breaking forward. Frost and Stapleford not on the same wavelength there. So it's a big afternoon for Maitland. And they are doing pretty much what they've done all season. Just putting teams to bed and being clinical when they go forward. Still time for the Buds to try and get something out of the clash, but it's seeming unlikely as Ames down the right-hand side up against Knowles. Knowles winning it back with the last touch off Ames. Now it's Vedder, who hasn't had too much of the ball since coming onto the field. She was the first substitution for Martin Slade's side. Friend looking to get the touch for Laurie. And Swing will do so. Send it down the right-hand side. Laurie's pass picked off, but it's fell to Enswing again. Little dink. Can't beat Gosner. Can't beat Morley as well as O'Driscoll. A bit of an air swing there as he looks to clear it upfield. Laurie keeps in the field. She can't beat Stapleford though. Maitland bursts forward. Stapleford, a clever pass on the right-hand side. Ames though coming forward. It was a clever idea there from Stapleford. Well threaded through as well, but Snedden showing her experience to see out the danger there. Here's Schofield. Stapleford making the advance, running behind. It's beat Sophia Laurie, and Stapleford can go forward, and the final product rolls into the arms of Snedden.
Schofield's been giving Stapleford some great delivery on this left side. Stapleford's been able to get higher up the field again with these changes, and they're definitely doing well at getting in behind on Maitland's left side.
Somehow the ball stayed in play. There is Jones and Morley, which has been a great battle this afternoon to watch. We're going to work. It's an Adamstown throw in. Martin Slade still believing. And swing to Laurie. They have to get in the box surely. Do the Buds. This one to the front stick. Clare nearly into her own nets. It's a corner to Adamstown, but Adamstown still believing.
bit of miscommunication between the substitute and goalkeeper, and gets Adamstown a corner, maybe a little bit of hope back into
Laurie presenting short. This one, though, seems bound to fall into the box. And Adamstown set up a grandstand finish. It's in the air. He's going to get contact with it. Horgan to Laurie, who cuts inside on her left foot, drills it low. It beats the head of Gosner, does it? No, and Ed Swang following through. It's still up in the air for someone to bring it to the ground. And O'Driscoll can finally whack it out of harm's way for Maitland. And a calm header as well from her. Finds Neal to Dag. Now Stapleford's been sent forward. She's up against Hayes. Hayes showing a great bit of defensive skill there to pick it off. And Swang's pass was under hit. Mistakes creeping in for both sides. And Laurie will put this one out of play because there's a bit of concern here over Horgan. Just looked to be late contact. There's been a fair few injuries today in this clash. If you're only just joining us on the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel, 3 goals to the good, thanks to Dunbabin, Amos and Elodie Dag.
I'm not sure if that was just an awkward one to the knee on the follow through. It sounded very clean tackle from both of them from up here with the ball. But I think Horgan will be okay to continue on.
And Stapleford showing great respect there. Throwing it back to Olivia Sneddon. And it's starting to become attack or nothing for Adamstown as they look to produce something. They need a miracle. There's Claire into Frost. Dag, and the switch was a right idea, although it struck Horgan again. Second time in a matter of minutes she's been in the wars. That one was travelling at some speed though.
Yeah, that one did not look good. It's good that Maitland's just played that out and allows time for her to catch a breath and get back to her feet.
Well, there's a few players laughing out there. I'm sure that would have hurt Needy Horgan back to her feet now for a second time. Hopefully that's the last time she cops an injury. Now it's with Gosnar. Adamstown have been brave this afternoon. That first half performance, it was a good one, but Maitland have just run away with things in the second half. O'Driscoll showing great energy to pinch it back. Do they have a fourth in them? The visitors. Frost sent on the run down the right-hand side. Stapleford and Dag in the box. She gets the cross away, but I think that had a little bit too much power on it. And runs out for an Adamstown goal kick.
Yeah, well-timed ball and run for Sienna Frost to get onto that, but just couldn't get the final across in the end.
O'Driscoll picking it off, beating a few defenders and taking aim at goal. And that certainly had some of the Maitland fans in attendance here this afternoon excited. She's still eyeing off. Well, she already has scored 2 goals this season, eyeing off a third in Maitland colours. She's not known for her goals, but her work rate is certainly phenomenal.
With Adamstown pushing a third up, trying to get this goal, it has allowed her to get a bit more time and space on the ball, and she has been so dangerous. Not only running at players, but sending those balls in behind for Frost and Amos.
Surprising that they haven't gone to their bench a little bit more, considering finals are just around the corner. Still got the likes of Georgie Williams on the bench. Everyone else has been pretty much introduced and rotated. We've seen Anadovic just go down the tunnel a couple of minutes ago. Stapleford's still out there though. Amos is still out there. And this Maitland side are eyeing off the icing on the cake for an incredible year in the final series. Driscoll bursting forward, nothing given by the referee as Vedder wins out, and here she is on the ball. Couldn't get the pass in field to Cook, and great work from Hope Clure. He gets it back underway, the referee will come back.
Yeah, that was excellent composure from Claire to not only win the ball in the tackle, but continue on and win a free kick for her side.
She's certainly been impressive for the Magpies in the appearances she's made off the bench. Predominantly playing as a holding midfielder. You know, Maitland's midfielders have a licence to go forward. As this one sent in, Sneddon can claim she's seen plenty of the ball this afternoon. As Olivia Sneddon is now. Jones looking to lash onto it. And Swang. In the afternoon sun here at Adamstown Oval. Frost picks it back and looking to use her teammate in Amos. Final products just... Maitland have 3 goals to their name this afternoon. You fancy if they would have got that last pass right on a couple more occasions, they could certainly have extended their lead further.
I think that's a credit to Adamstown's back line, holding them off, keeping that offside trap, and then Sneddon playing very high. She's picked off a lot of those through balls.
Gosler now thumps it forward, and it will be an Adamstown throw-in. You can see Martin Slade on the touchline. Just wanting to ask some fans in the ground how long's left.
From looking at the other games, I think we should be in injury time now, but there have been quite a few, so it might take us, might give us a few minutes.
Certainly be one of the more games that's had a lot of injuries. Maitland, though, might have a 4th in them yet as they come down the left through Schofield. Getting inside of 2 Adamstown players. Here's Clure. Pass is a nice one and invites Amos to get onto it. And she keeps it in for now. Great use of speed from Amos. Sends it into Frost, but Hayes is able to intervene. Frost to O'Driscoll. Maitland just happy to keep possession and round off this game. Good aggression shown though from Enswang to win the ball back for Adamstown as they look for a late goal or consolation. That one though will roll to Thornton.
Yeah, good to see Adamstown not sitting off. They're continuing to press, they continue to work hard. They're fighting for another goal in this.
The battle of the headers there before Enswang ambitiously sends it forward. And unfortunately, it's been a frustrating second half of the Buds. Put themselves in a promising position in that first 45. But the Magpies have showed why they are premiers and have just dominated on all fronts in this second half. And here comes Amos down the right. Ball to the back stick, beats Sneddon, has to be surely Stapleford. Can't get it to control, it's still alive. Frost dropping it back to O'Driscoll. The 2 wingers just looking to combine there and round off the afternoon for Maitland. Still might be a chance, and Neal's ball can't trouble Olivia Sneddon between the goals for the Buds.
But it's good to see both sides continue to attack, continue to get those goal-scoring opportunities. Neither side sitting off, continuing to fight this battle.
Certainly can't be long left now. We are well into injury time. And Maitland certainly going about their business nicely. It's been the icing on the cake of what has been an incredible regular season for Ben Horgan's side. The experience and youth in this team, and like we spoke about throughout this call, the depth that they can lean on will be so crucial when they enter this final series. There's now a little dummy there from Clare. Sends it out left to Stapleford. Just missed the chance a matter of minutes ago. Looking to make up for it now. She gets inside of Laurie. Still might fall for Amos, who gets a shot of goal, but it's intercepted by Hogg. Now Adamstown can try and chance their arm going forward. Here's Vetter. She's wanting help from teammates. And O'Driscoll was grabbed, but it looks like we'll go back for the first free kick the way of Adamstown. So a frustrated bench you can see for the Buds, Serena, but they've certainly competed hard throughout this season.
There's definitely some positives to take out of it. I'm just watching Hayes in defence. She seems to be covering from the left side to the right side. She's been a standout for me. I know there's been 3 goals scored, but to see such a young player step up throughout the season and in such an important game, I think there's such positive signs coming not only in this first grade squad, but it's showing the depth throughout their PYL system coming up.
Yeah, they've always been known as quite a strong team in their junior ranks, and seeing some of them play senior football this year has been a joy, as Maitland looking to end off the afternoon in style, but Amos couldn't get on the end of O'Driscoll's cross. And as that ball goes into the air, the referee checks the watch. We still play on for now. And swing to Laurie. Laurie has numbers here for the Buds if they can pull one back to give their fans something to cheer about. Rolls out of play though for a goal kick, and that is all she wrote this afternoon at Adamstown Oval. Adamstown have put up an excellent fight, although it is the Premiers, Maitland Magpies, who have got the job done. And they've done it in absolutely incredible style. They've been faced with so many challenges this season, and they are the Premiers for this season. Adamstown miss out on finals, but as you said there, Serena, a lot to like about them moving forward. For this game in general, it was physical, it was intense, but Maitland's experience just come through in the end.
Yeah, one of the most entertaining games, I would say, this season. Both teams had a game plan, and I think both stuck to it, but Maitland just came out on top. They've just got such a talented squad. Horgan's done such an incredible job with them, and they're just a jumping from success to success. And I think that's their 3rd trophy of the year, and I know they set out to win them all this year, so one step closer to that.
Well, it's another step for the Magpies. The season ends here for Adamstown. A massive thank you to you, Serena. Wherever you're watching, we hope you've enjoyed. But it ends here at Adamstown Oval. Maitland FC 3, Adamstown Rosebuds 1.
You got a trophy? Throw your work.